Today we're going to be down on our mats, so you don't need any equipment. We're going to be spending about 30 minutes working through a lovely flowing intermediate routine. I'll try and offer some variations so that if you're wanting a bit more challenge or a little less challenge, there'll be something there for everybody. Okay, you're going to come and join me. We're going to lie down on our mats. So as you come down onto your mat, we're going to have our knees bent. So knees bent, feet and knees hip distance apart, bringing your hands up onto your hips. So we're going to just take a moment before we get started to find neutral pelvis. We're going to do an exercise called pelvic clocks. So imagining that you have got a circular clock here on your lower abdomen. Now we've got a little marble in the middle of our tummy, and we're going to roll that up by tucking our pelvis towards our navel. Now I want you to start rolling the marble around the edge of that clock, hitting each number. So number 1, number 2, across to your hip at number 3, then down and around all the way to number 6, and then up, across to number 9, and then roll it all the way up to your navel at number 12, and again. So we're focusing here on rotating, tucking and tilting your pelvis. Now we're going to go anti-clockwise. So we're rolling it down around to number 9, to number 6, across and up to number 3, and then back to number 12 one more time. So trying to keep the feet grounded on the mat, try and keep your legs still, knees still, and then we're going to roll that marble back into the center. So we're looking to find that alignment here, hip bones, pubic bone, spine in neutral. You've got a small curvature in your lower back, following the natural curves of your spine. Okay, we're ready to get started. So relaxing your arms down by your side, shoulders nice and open, resting your head on the mat, try and relax your neck. Okay, we're going to take both arms and we're going to reach up overhead. Now as we're reaching with the arms with energy, we're going to keep our connection here, draw navel to spine, trying to avoid the ribs lifting. Okay, you're going to breathe out, sweep those arms back down. Next time, we're going to extend our right leg down the mat. Well done. And then we return that foot, sweep the arms back down. So breathing in, breathing out. So taking things slow just for the first few minutes, just to get things, get movement through those joints, just connecting mind and body. Using your breath, breathing out. Well done. So as I'm lifting and lengthening the leg, I'm trying to focus on maintaining this neutral spine. Well done. And hold here. So now we're going to keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Feet staying down on the mat. We're going to tuck our pelvis again. So our lower back imprints. You're going to push up into a spine curl. So you're peeling your spine off the mat, bone by bone. Come up onto the tips of your shoulder blades. Glutes engage, feel that sense of opening through the front of the hips. You're going to lift your heels off the mat and then you're going to melt your spine down, down, down. Nice and sequentially. Come all the way back to neutral. So keeping those heels raised off the mat, we're going to do the same movement and we're going to go back to those floating arms. So spine curl, reach the arms overhead, hold here. Now as you melt your spine back down on the mat, you're going to circle those arms out and around, bringing them back down by your sides. Well done. We're going to sweep the arms up. We're going to peel our spine off the mat. How are you feeling? So this is a really lovely exercise to focus on lots of movement, flexion through your spine. Come back to neutral one more time. So we tuck, we peel, we sweep those arms with energy. You're going to reach up, hold here, and then circle those arms round, softening from your breastbone here as you melt your spine back down onto the mat. Lift your feet up one at a time. Bring those knees in towards your chest. Give yourselves a little hug. Well done. And then you're going to bring your feet back down onto the mat. I'm just going to wiggle down the mat a little bit more so I'm centered. Okay, bring your feet and knees together. We're going to take those arms up to vertical position. Pull your shoulders down, hand back. There we go. Now, you can either keep your feet down on the mat here as we go into our hip rolls, or you can bring your legs up to double knee fold, connecting knees and ankles. So whichever option feels right for you. Hip rolls rather. We start to roll the knees. Now, your knees are going to the right. Your left hip is going to start to rotate, and those lower ribs on the left side are rotating. Open your left arm out to the side, turning your head. Then rotate back to center, and then switch opposite side. So we're aiming to keep our shoulders glued down on the mat. So nice and open across your chest, shoulders relaxed. Just focus on that rotation. Think lumbar spine, your lower spine rotating, and we're rotating through your pelvis. It feels really nice. This is one of my favorite exercises. So the arm that isn't opening out to the side, we're reaching towards the ceiling, but without protracting in our shoulder. And bring your knees back to center. Well done. Let's keep those arms in a vertical position, and you're going to lift your legs now, one at a time, to double knee fold. Okay, we're going to go into our dead bug exercise to begin with. So we're going to stick to the same side. So it's going to be right arm, left leg. Okay, so you're going to breathe in and reach, and breathe out, return. Stick to the same side. We repeat, breathing in and out. So just be mindful as you do this. As we lengthen the leg and we sweep the arm, we're trying to maintain that neutral spine. Well done. And one more. Come to center. Sticking with the same arm and leg, we're going to go into a knee drop. So we rotate the knee out to the side, rotate the arm to the opposite side, and return using your breath. Breathing in and out. Well done. And two more. Breathing in. So we're finding that deep connection here with our core, with our abdominal muscles. Come back to center. Well done. Switching sides. So right leg and left arm. We're going to reach. Breathe in. Breathe out. Well done. So lots of moving with energy, moving with purpose, and then focus on that control. Well done. And one more, reach and lengthen here. Yes, well done. Come back to center. And then we rotate out to the side. Open the arm out to the side, rotating that hip joint. Come back to center. Well done. Breathing in, breathe out. Come back to center. Three more. Well done. So we're trying to avoid our hips rolling. So as I open the knee out to the side, just be aware if the opposite hip is starting to lift. This is your last one. You're doing really well. Come back to center, bring those knees into your chest, relax on the mat, shoulders relaxed. Just roll those knees from side to side. You can roll them round. And then opposite way. Well done. Okay, I always like to bring my feet back down onto the mat just so I can reset here. Well done. And then we're going to lift those legs again, double knee fold. So we're going back to our dead bug exercise, increasing the challenge. So we're going to sweep those arms to vertical. We're going to lift our head, lift our chest, finding that length through the neck. Imagine tucking an apple underneath your chin, opposite arm and leg. Breathe in and out. Well done. Breathe in and out. And again, well done. And just as we do this, just be mindful if your shoulders are lowering down towards the mat. We're trying to maintain that curl up position. So it might be that you don't sweep the arm quite as far back to here. It might be a small movement for you. It might also be that we don't move our arms, that we just focus on lengthening the legs. So just listen to your body and what feels right for you today. Well done. One more. And then draw those knees into your chest. Well done. Okay, feet down on the mat. Neutral spine. Then we're going to lift those legs up to double knee fold. This time, knees together, ankles together. Created that right angle at the knee and at the hip joint. Okay, sweep those arms up. Relax your shoulders. Well done. So we curl up again. Okay. Now we're going to keep the heels together and we're going to rotate those knees out wide, rotating in our hip joint and together. So as you press the heels together, You're going to feel that connection here in your glutes. Well done. And then, if you want to, we're going to add an arm opening. Well done. Breathing in and out. Well done. And in and out. And 3 more. Well done. And 2 more. And 1 more. And come all the way in to center. Bring your knees in. Relax your head on the mat. Relax your shoulders. Well done. Fantastic. How are we feeling? Okay, you're going to roll over onto your side with me. Okay, we are going to start with our heels lined up with our tailbone on the mat. We're going to have our elbow under our shoulder, and then we're going to feel that sense of lifting here, that connection with your center. So we're very active through our shoulder here. We're going to take our hand to the side of our head. So oyster to begin with, heels together. We're going to open and close. So we're focusing on that rotation here. Now, if you know that as you open here, you generally start to roll that hip back, bring your hand down onto the mat, look down on the mat. Just having this other arm in front of us here, connected with the mat, is going to avoid this hip rolling back. And 2 more. Well done. And last one. Now we're going to either stay here on the mat or we're going to layer in a little bit more challenge. Hands behind the head now. So we're going to lift the hips. So we're connecting into our obliques and we open. Again, so it's the same movement. Chest open, hips forward. Well done. And you're rotating in this hip joint. Well done. And 2 to go. Well done. And 1 more. Fabulous. You're going to come back down onto the mat. Return your hand onto the mat here. Chest lifted, lifting those ribs away from the mat. Well done. So we're going to keep this position of the leg and we lift and lower. Breathing out and in. So try not to tense your neck. Well done. Breathing out as we lift, and 2 more. And 1 more. Well done. Taking your hand back behind your head. And then if you want to, we're going to lift here again. So as the hips lift, connecting into your obliques, exactly the same movement. We lift and lower. Breathing out and in. Well done. And 4. And 3. Well done. And 2. And this is your last one. Well done. You're going to come down onto the mat. Come with me and we're going to roll over onto our tummies. So as you come down onto the mat, we're going to do our double leg kick. So we're going to take our hands, clasp one hand in the other, and then resting your hands on your tailbone, we're going to turn our head to one side. Relax your shoulders, let your elbows fall out wide on the mat. I'm actually just going to take my microphone off. There we go. Now, we're going to focus on relaxing our upper body. Legs are extended. I've got my legs so they're parallel hip distance apart. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is our double leg kick. So we're going to draw the heels towards your bottom. We point, we flex, we point, and as we lengthen the legs, we're going to lengthen the arms. Think about pulling shoulders back, breastbone forward. And then as we lower the chest down onto the mat, turn your head the opposite direction, relax, elbows wide. We point, flex, point, and then lifting and lengthening. Rotate and point, flex, point, and lift and lengthen. So coming into that gorgeous extension of your spine, lifting and lengthening, hold here, and relax, and 2 more. We point, flex, point, and lift, lengthen, and last one, rotate and point, flex, point, lift, and lengthen. Bring your hands under your shoulders, relax your legs, and you're going to push yourself back into your rest position. Bringing your tailbone down towards your heels. Now, if you have any issues with your knees, this amount of flexion in your knees can be really uncomfortable. So you can always come into your rest position here. So have your tailbone high and head resting on the mat. So whatever feels more comfortable for you. And then sliding your hands up the mat. We're going to walk down the mat. Come with me. Well done. Okay, So coming to a 4-point kneeling position. Hands under shoulders, spread those fingertips nice and wide and knees directly underneath your hips. So we're trying to avoid this arching or rounding in our back at the moment. We're trying to find our long neutral spine. Draw navel in towards your spine. So the next exercise, tabletop, we're going to layer in challenge as we work through the exercise. So starting nice and simply, focusing on control and stability, we're going to lengthen the right leg down the mat. Just check that our hips are still square. We haven't allowed the hip to drop on that right side. We're going to lift the leg, lower and slide the knee in. Opposite side, lengthen, lift, lower, return. Now we're going to add in the opposite arm. So we lengthen the leg, we lift the arm, we lift the leg. We lower the leg and the hand and we slide in. So there's 4 moves. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And again, we breathe in and out and in and out. Let me do that with you. Breathing in and out and in and out. So we're going to continue with this, and as we're moving fluidly through the shoulder, through the hip joints, really focus on that connection with your powerhouse, with your center. So keep thinking, drawing navel in towards your spine, keeping your head in line with your spine. Well done, you've got 1 more to go. Well done. And lift and lengthen. Now hold here. Hold. So we're reaching. Almost imagine that I'm pulling on your arm, pulling on your leg. We're going to keep that height. Arm no higher than your shoulder, leg no higher than the hip joint. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Turn your palm in. We're going to lower and lift and lower and lift. And 2 more. And 1 more. Bring the hand down and slide your leg in. Same routine, same movement, opposite side. Shoulders down and back, core engaged, sliding your leg down the mat. We're going to lift the leg, lift the arm. Create that length, that stability. Neutral spine, core engaged, head in line with your spine. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1 more. Turning the palm in. You're going to lower and lift. We're almost there. Well done. And 3. Breathing in, breathe out. And 1 more. Well done. Hand on the mat. Bring your knee onto the mat. Keep that long spine, tuck toes under. And then we're going to press ourselves up into our pike. So when we're here, heads between your arms. Give your head a little shake so you know you're not tensing your neck. And then we're going to lift both heels and then try and find that length. We're going to press the heels away. Well done. So as you're pushing the heels of your hands into the mat, you're pushing your chest towards your knees, tailbone nice and high. And 2 more. And this is your last one. Well done. Okay, we're going to lift those heels. We're going to bring our knees down onto the mat. Well done. Okay, we're going to take our knees wide, take our feet wide. Hands still under your shoulders, and at the moment you've still got a long neutral spine. From here, we're going to ripple up into our cat. So we're focusing on opening through the hip, coming into that lovely even C curve. Okay, now we ripple through neutral, flexing at the hip and coming into extension. And then lift into our cat. And then back, rippling through. Now just 1 more time like this. How are we doing? We're going to lift and round and ripple through. Now hold here. So we're going to push our tailbone back. Our chest is lifted. Press forward and lift and round into our cat. Ripple through, lifting your head, flexing, tucking your pelvis. And then we hinge back, tailbone back, reach forward and round. And one more time. Breathing out, breathe in, shoulders down and relax, press forward and lift. Well done. Now come back to neutral and I want you to bring your knees in towards each other. So similar movement now. So we're focusing on that flexion, extension of your spine. So hands under shoulders, eyes of the elbows turned in, long neutral spine, head in line with your spine, initiating the movement at your hip. We're going to start to ripple, roll up into a cat position. Now maintain that cat and start to hinge back at your hips. Now allow your forearms to come down and then think about relaxing here. So you're coming into extension here. Your chest is coming towards the mat. Feel your shoulder blades drawing together. Slide towards your thumbs, but then press back and then lift and round and come forwards. So we come into our cat. We hinge back. Lower your body towards the mat. Chest towards the mat as you push forward and hold. Power back and lift and round. Well done. And just two more. Just let the movement flow. Try not to overthink this. Well done. Push back and lift and round. Well done. This is your last one. Good. Well done. And lift and up and round. Well done. And then take your time. Come up to a high kneeling position. Give your shoulders a little shrug. And we're going to roll onto our other side. Okay. So side lying position. Elbow underneath your shoulders. You're going to have your heels lined up with your tailbone. Now, we're going to keep that connection here. So we're trying not to collapse onto the mat. So active through the shoulder. We're lifting away from the mat, lifting those ribs. Okay, either have your hand here if you know that you're able to stabilize here and you're not going to let that hip roll back. Otherwise, hand on the mat. We're going to start with our oyster or clam, as some people like to call it. We're going to rotate. Now, it's normal to feel a difference from one hip in terms of your mobility, your rotation. Okay, most people find that they have less movement or restricted movement on one side. Okay, and the lovely thing about Pilates is it makes you aware of that, and then through doing Pilates, hopefully you can improve and increase that range of movement. And one more. Well done. Now either stay here on the mat, continue with what we've been doing, or bring the hand to the side of your head. We're going to lift up here. So connecting into your obliques, same movement. We open and draw that knee back down. Breathing in and out. Well done. And two more if you can. And last one. Take your time, bring your hip down onto the mat, but try not to let those ribs come towards the mat. So we're staying nice and active, hand on the mat in front of you. We're keeping the angle at the knee the same. We're going to lift and lower. So more rotation for that hip joint, and we're working into your glutes here. Good, well done. And four more if you can. And three, well done. And two. And one more. Well done. Hand to the side of your head. Get ready. We're going to lift up here. And then we lift and lower. Well done. So remember, you don't have to do this. You can come down on the mat. If you are in this position, try and stay as high as you can here. So we are keeping that connection with our core. Well done. And two more. And one more. Well done. And slowly, slowly relax. Okay, you're going to turn on your mat to a 4-point kneeling position. So when we're here, we're going to find that long neutral spine. Again, the sunshine's just coming through the window. It's so gorgeous. Okay, we're going to, what are we going to do? Our tailbone. So I like to wag. We talk about wagging our tailbone. We're going to take it really slow. So we're going to rotate out on that left side, turning your head to the left. And then on the right side, wag your tail to the right, turning your head to the right. And switch. And switch. Well done. And 2 more. And last one. And come to the center. Well done. Let's walk a little bit further up our mat. And we're going to go into a plank position. Okay, so just checking your position. Pull your shoulders back. Turn the eyes of the elbows, the eyes being the center bit of your elbows, turning them in towards each other. Okay, you're going to slide your right leg down the mat, tuck your toes under. Create that length through the back of the leg and then opposite side. Okay. Now, we are going to have our legs so they're hip distance apart. We're going to lift our left foot off the mat, softly point the toe, and then we're going to hinge forward and back for 3 and 2 and 1 more. Now, take that leg, step behind, and then reach, rotate, open your chest. Bringing that hand back down onto the mat, rotate your hips to center. So, find that connection with the mat again, toes, balls of the feet down on the mat, so switching into your glutes and your core, lifting the right foot. We hinge forward and back, so we're working through the shoulder, the ankle joints, the foot that's on the floor, that leg's very active. You're going to take that leg behind and reach and rotate. Return your hand onto the mat. So have a rest if you need to. We're going to do 1 more rep on each side. Breathing in and out, and in and out, and 1 more. Well done. Step the leg behind, reach and rotate. Return your hand onto the mat, return the legs. Well done. Last one, lifting that right foot. And 3 and 2. Keep connecting with your center, draw navel to spine. Take the right foot, step behind and reach. And then bring the hand down. Rotate, knees on the mat. And you're going to push yourself back into your rest position. Well done. So you can either keep the arms extended or bring your hands in here, rest your head on your hands. Well done. And then in your own time, you're going to slowly bring yourself up to a seated position. And we are done for today. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. I hope you really enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed it. I feel great now. So if you are looking for another quick workout, there are quite a few 10-15 minute workouts on my YouTube channel. So click on one of those now and have another quick fix. And if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to my channel today. And I'll see you soon.